Department of Labor. As I understand it, you guys got some really cool stuff going on over there. Tell us about the state at labor.
Great, thank you, Luke. So I want to build up where Greg started with what's happening in defense, because we're at more of a foundational level. And so I wanted to start by emphasizing that at DOL, we value emerging technologies. We're starting to make some really good headway there. But the focus is on how do we provide new opportunities to advance the mission and not just do cool things for cool's sake. That's been a really important area of focus we have. It's how do you enable the mission? How are we improving the work that we're doing is now a fully shared services environment for IT. Mm-hmm. At the same time, how are we thinking about the balance of how cost factors into that? So to make it a reality, there's really three foundational areas that we've been focused on. One is we've created a new CTO branch on emerging technologies. And the focus is on how do we identify, pilot, and advance emerging tech within a cabinet level agency. And this includes hiring staff that can really support, talk about, and champion the work. That's really key. We're also building an enterprise architecture and IT governance process to support the use of emerging tech. And this includes, as part of that, not just the infrastructure, but also what's the model we're using to incubate and test these new technologies that are coming in. And how does that include discovery, prioritization, doing good proof of concepts and piloting? And then a really important focus is also how do you fund? What's the funding model for that? As we think about how we scale emerging tech within the department. And then most recently, we've established an enterprise-wide RPA capability for automation. So we want to be a leader in this area. And so to date, we've got 4 RPA bots that we've deployed around purchasing, acquisitions, market research, and other early tasks. We have one on data cleansing for an HR performance review that's going on. And then we have several more in the pipeline. But again, these are all very foundational starts to really get the agency to buy into the concept, see the value, and for us to make sure that the cost and the benefits are mapping out. In other cases, if it's not a good approach, we'll chalk that up to
test and evaluate, right?
Test, evaluate, fail fast, but give people the ability to experiment in a safe environment. So that's been really good. Just a couple of things that we're seeing as to how this is functioning. One is the need for education. Technology part's a lot easier than getting people to understand the value and the impact. Mm-hmm. Have discussions around costs, a responsible use of things like AI. And so that active education component, the culture change, has been really crucial to get people to want to adopt, buy in, and actually make things happen. The other is just the emphasis on the need for strong data. So we've got 2 parallel efforts. One is not just how are we doing emerging tech, but how do we make sure that we've got the data infrastructure in place so that we can fully leverage the value of AI and ML, because without those 2 things happening in combination, you really can't leverage quickly the value in that area. So again, a lot of foundational first happening here, but we're creating a strong infrastructure so that DOL can really take a lead role in this area.